How are you feeling today? Is your stress level through the roof? In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We constantly juggle work, relationships, and personal responsibilities, leaving us feeling stressed and anxious. When your mood starts to dip, it's hard to find joy in the things you used to love. But what if there's a secret weapon in our fight against stress, right under our noses? Imagine a place where you can escape the hustle and bustle, a sanctuary that can restore your mood and rejuvenate your energy. A place that doesn't require a passport, just a willingness to step outside. This place is not a figment of your imagination, but a reality that exists in every corner of our world. It's the park down the street, the forest behind your house, the garden in your backyard. These are our green spaces, nature's own stress relievers. What if there's a simple way to feel better? Interested? Stay with us. Did you know that there's a scientific connection between green spaces and your mood? Well, there is, and it's quite fascinating. Over the years, researchers have been curious about the effects of nature on our well-being. They've conducted multiple studies worldwide, all pointing to one conclusion. Being in nature, specifically green spaces, can significantly reduce stress and improve our mood. But how does this work? Let's break it down in simple terms. When you're in a green space, such as a park or a forest, your senses get a break from the usual urban hustle and bustle. The quiet, the fresh air, the greenery, all these elements create a calming environment that allows your brain to relax. Now, to the science part. When you're relaxed, your body reduces the production of cortisol, a stress hormone, leading to decreased heart rate and blood pressure. This physiological change is associated with feelings of calmness and relaxation. What's more, being in nature promotes the release of endorphins, those feel-good chemicals in our brain that act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. They help us feel happier, more optimistic, and refreshed. A study from Stanford University took this a step further. They found that walking in nature, compared to an urban setting, decreased activity in a region of the brain associated with a key factor in mental illness. This suggests that nature can not only lift our mood, but also protect our mental health. There's also the Japanese practice of forest bathing, or Shinrin-yoku. It's a simple method of being calm and quiet amongst the trees, observing nature around you. Research on this practice has shown that it can boost immune function, reduce blood pressure, and improve sleep. In essence, green spaces act as a natural therapy, a free and accessible way to enhance our mental and physical well-being. It's like stepping into a green oasis of calm, a refuge from our often hectic lives. Science has spoken, nature can be your stress reliever. So, what can you do about it? You don't need to move to the countryside or become a professional hiker to reap the benefits of nature. Small steps can make a big difference. Let's start with the most accessible way, walking in parks. It may sound simple, but a daily stroll amidst the greenery can work wonders for your mood. It's not just about the physical exercise, although that's certainly a bonus. It's about the connection to nature, the peacefulness, and the fresh air. So why not swap out a gym session or two each week for a brisk walk in your local park? Now, if you're lucky enough to have a garden, use it. Gardening is not just about growing plants. It's a therapeutic activity that allows you to interact with the earth, take care of living things, and see the fruits of your labor, quite literally. But don't worry if you don't have a garden. Container gardening is a fantastic alternative. Whether it's herbs on your kitchen windowsill or flowers on your balcony, cultivating even a small patch of green can connect you with nature. And what about just sitting in green spaces? Sometimes we underestimate the power of simply being in nature. Find a nice spot under a tree, take a book along, or just sit and watch the world go by. You'd be surprised by how restorative it can be to just sit quietly and breathe in the fresh air. Even if you live in a concrete jungle, look for pockets of green. Try to find a tree-lined street for your morning jog, or choose the scenic route to work. Better yet, bring nature into your home with indoor plants. Remember, it's not about the amount of time you spend in nature, but the quality of that time. So, even if you only have 10 minutes a day, make them count. Listen to the birds, feel the grass beneath your feet, smell the flowers. Make those moments part of your daily routine. It's about making nature part of your routine, but how will you know if it's working? To see if spending time in nature is helping, you'll need to become a bit of a scientist yourself. This doesn't mean you'll be conducting lab experiments or writing complex equations. Instead, you'll be observing and noting changes in your own emotions and stress levels, much like a naturalist would observe changes in the environment. This self-assessment can be as simple as spending a few quiet moments each day to reflect on your mood. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And how did I feel before my time in nature? You may notice that after a walk in the park or a moment sitting under a tree, you feel calmer, more peaceful, or perhaps even more energetic. Another effective method is journaling. Keeping a nature journal can help you track your emotional journey as you spend more time in green spaces. Write about your experiences in nature, noting what you see, hear, and feel. Then, jot down any changes in your mood and stress levels. Over time, you could see patterns emerge that link your time in nature with improvements in your well-being. If you prefer a more tech-savvy approach, consider using mood tracking apps. These digital tools can help you log your emotions and stress levels before and after spending time in green spaces. Some apps even provide graphical representations of your mood over time, making it easier to spot trends and changes. Remember, self-assessment isn't about being critical of yourself. It's about observing, understanding, and learning from your own experiences. It's about recognizing the impact nature can have on your mental health. And most importantly, it's about patience. You might not see dramatic changes overnight, but over weeks or months, you may notice subtle shifts in your mood and stress levels. You might find yourself feeling happier, calmer, and more balanced. Remember, it's not about immediate results, but gradual improvements. Just like nature, self-growth takes time, so keep stepping outside, keep observing, and keep growing. So, are you ready to let nature be your therapist? As we've discovered, immersing ourselves in green spaces can dramatically reduce our stress levels and elevate our mood. The rustling leaves, the chirping birds, the crisp, clean air. Nature has a unique way of nudging our senses and calming our minds. Remember, this is not a quick fix. It's a journey. And like any journey, it requires consistency and commitment. Make it a part of your routine. Whether it's a midweek hike, a weekend picnic, or a daily morning walk in the park, let the greenery be your backdrop. The rewards are immense. Not only will you experience the immediate benefits of lower stress and improved mood, but over time, this practice can also enhance your overall health and well-being. Give it a try, and who knows, you might find that the best stress relief has been waiting for you outside all along. Subscribe to the channel to see more content from the Health Tree.